Hey everyone, welcome to another Commander Deck Tech. A holiday themed one, or at least something loosely considered a holiday themed one. Something light, not something anything crazy. Using Gerrard, Weatherlight Hero as the commander, red-white being the colors. And I figured, well, I wanted to play with cool little artifacts. Nothing fancy, nothing crazy, nothing that's going to break your bank. Just something cool you can play casually with your friends. You know, if they're playing a hyper-competitive commander, then might not want to pick this deck, but if you're playing something fun that just kind of works here and there, you could just do cool stuff and, you know, have a nice holiday season with your commander buddies, then I think this is a deck you could take a look at. Before we get into it though, if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button down below and that like button. The dislike button I guess does nothing at this point except telling YouTube to show less of my content to you, so up to you. But yeah, I do appreciate the support there, helping others find my channel. Alright, so let's take a look at Gerrard, Weatherlight Hero. You could have picked any other, well, no, that's not true. You could have picked other red-white commanders. I did look through the commander options. I wanted to do red-white-green for a bit. But then I said, nah, red-white just seemed a bit better for what I want to do. I don't want to get too complicated. I don't want to make the deck too expensive. 3/3 for 4, first strike. When Gerrard, Weatherlight Hero dies, exile it, and return to the battlefield all artifact and creature cards in your graveyard that were put there from the battlefield this turn. So in a deck where you have a bunch of cheap artifacts that you can just kind of put out there and at any given time sacrifice them, either using their own abilities or using another card's abilities, I figured this would be a cool commander to use. Obviously, you're not going to be having Gerrard kill your opponents with commander damage. I mean, I guess it's possible with this deck, but probably not what you're going to be doing often. What you want to be doing is, you know, attacking with it, and if your opponents decide to block it and kill it, well, you could get a whole bunch of free stuff back onto the battlefield, get a whole bunch of triggers, and just keep in mind it says artifacts and creatures, so some creatures coming back onto the battlefield in this deck will also be a problem for your opponents. The link to the list is in the description of this video, of course, if you want to get a nice good look at every single card. But I did go through all the popular options and even some unpopular, or less common options, I should say. And just picked out just a bunch of cheap spells. As you can see, I'm not actually running that many lands. I think it's like 31 lands. So not too many, but you don't really need that much. There's also a ton of artifacts here that, you know, generate mana for you. So you don't really need to go too heavy on the lands, which is great because you get to go heavy on creatures and artifacts, and you could really play around here. Now, obviously, there are some themes that I hint at in this deck that you can go all in on, you know, but I decided again to just be as light as possible, just more fun than anything else, and this is what I ended up with. I ended up playing some of the artifact, you know, living weapon creatures that I enjoy in Modern as well. So Cauldron Complete, Batterskull, those are great creatures to have. There's also a couple of swords in there. Again, it's all about toys, playing with your toys. Try to make it holiday themed. And again, just nothing too crazy. Something that you could have a lot of fun with. And I think I came up with a pretty good list here. I did some test runs with it. I was pretty happy with it. Surprisingly synergistic, all the cards working together, and it can be kind of annoying for your opponents as well, which is kind of a theme I try to have with all my commander decks, so I figured you'd probably get a kick out of that as well. Let me know in the comment section down below what you think, what toys you would add to this deck, what toys you would remove. I'd love to hear from you. Next year, when I do another holiday commander deck, I've decided to make it completely all silver border. I want to avoid it this year, but next year it's set. I'm putting a full silver border commander deck, holiday themed. There's already a lot of cards just kind of go well with that. Already have some ideas. I'm gonna have to wait 12 months to actually show it to you, but it's coming for this year. This is what we get. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you enjoy my content in general, please subscribe and hit that notification bell down below. Those few clicks go a really long way in helping others find my content and helps my channel grow. Follow me on Twitter and Facebook, share my content on social media. That also helps others find their way to my videos and spreads the word even further. And of course, if you like making money, check out my Patreon page. The link is in the description of this video. In particular, check out the Patreon rewards program. Basically works like this. You give me your Patreon dollars every month. I buy and open up sealed product on this channel using those dollars. And I send you back that money at the end of every year in the form of rares and mythics. You get one non-bulk rare mythic for every consecutive month you've been a patron, and every card is worth anywhere between $3 and $15. But I mean, even if you lowball it at an average of $5 per card, you're at the very least getting your money back, but odds are you're getting even more. There are a lot more details on my Patreon page, so check it out. Thanks, and have a good one.